Hi guys, Fabrizio Romano has just had his say on Pedro Neto to Arsenal, and here is what he had to say about it. So, according to his reports, Arsenal will sign other players. I think Mikel Arteta was pretty clear many times by saying that he's waiting for new signings. They are still short. He said that new winger has always been a priority. So obviously, we have been told about Arsenal getting a new winger for several months now. There was talk about a secret winger for the last 1 month since like the middle of July. We didn't know whether the secret winger was going to be who, basically. So it could be Pedro Neto. We still thought it could be maybe from Club Brugge. It could have been Yeremy Pino from Villarreal. It could have been very many options that we've been linked to. And remember, we've actually been going for a winger for quite a long time. We actually offered Leeds more than 50 million for Rafinha, but he wanted to go to Barcelona. So we've always wanted a winger, and that was even before Pepe was going to leave Arsenal and Saka was still here as well. So, and that was even after we signed Marquinhos anyway. So it's looking like they really want to bring in a winger. And here's the more thoughts from Fabrizio Romano. On Pedro Neto, it's true that he is the priority for Arsenal. He's a player super appreciated by Edu and Mikel Arteta. They consider him the perfect player for the idea of football they are having. It has been already discussed internally. Let's see what happens. So Fabrizio Romano confirms as well that Pedro Neto is like a good fit for Arsenal, and Edu and Mikel Arteta are very big admirers of him. It's still kind of weird to me because I really thought you'd have been going for a midfield instead of a winger. But if thinking about it, if you sell Pepe and then you only have Saka really in that position because Marquinhos is currently playing for the other 23. Yes, Mitro can play on the right. Yes, Martinelli can play on the right. Yes, Fabio Vieira played on the right side for the under 21s the other day. It is a possibility, but they really want to strengthen that position because we are in the Europa League and we are in the Premier League. The Premier League has started so well. We want to go find the Europa League as well. There is a World Cup coming up very soon. Most of our players will be going to the World Cup. You never know, suspensions, injuries. You want to be ready even for the return. Although even after coming back from the World Cup, we're going to play like only 2 games before the transfer window opens again. So if something crazy happens, we can still sign players in January. But this is the perfect time to sign players. And Pedro Neto is an option. It's going to be very interesting to see whether he's going to play for Wolves this weekend or we are going to sign him before that. We have a Europa League draw this week. We have a game on Saturday. We have another game on Wednesday. And the transfer window closes on that Thursday. So it's going to be very busy for the players and for the managers. I'm assuming the likes of Arteta will be following the Europa League draw and everything. Doesn't mean the transfers will be stopped at that time. But Pedro Neto is really Arsenal are really keen on Pedro Neto, and Pedro Neto is an Arsenal fan. He actually did an interview a couple of years ago, and he talked about the team that he supported as a kid watching the Premier League was Arsenal. So that is also fascinating. But Wolves want something up to 50 million, which is a lot of money. But as I said, we actually offered Rafinha more than 50 million a couple of months ago, so we still have that money. At the moment, according to the budget we were given at the beginning of the transfer window, it's looking like we still have something like 100 million. So that would be great. And from the players that you're going to sell, we can still get more money from that. So that is the latest on Pedro Neto from Fabrizio Romano. Remember, David Ornstein talked about him earlier on as well. But speaking of Nicolas Pepe, because Pedro Neto is the one who's probably going to replace Pepe, that's why we are being linked to him. According to reliable sources, Arsenal are resigned to taking a massive hit on Pepe, who's said to join Nice on loan with an option to buy next summer for around 15 million pounds. So that is a massive hit. That is really a massive hit for us. We signed him for 72 million. And we're only going to get something like 15 million next summer. If you're going to sell him this summer, maybe you'd have gotten like 20-25 million, but not many teams are interested. So as it's looking very likely that you're going to get rid of Pepe and sign another winger. And listen, if Pepe was playing like kind of Saka and Martinelli right now, we wouldn't even have been talking about getting a winger. We would have known we have Saka, we have Fabio Vieira, Smith Rowe, Martinelli, Pepe. We are good to go. But since Arteta doesn't really trust Pepe, and Pepe really hasn't had the impact you thought he was going to have when you're signing for us, that is why we are going for another player. So he might end up joining Nice very soon. Let's see how that one goes. But maybe that is also another reason why we are reluctant in terms of paying all that money for all this for the players, 70-80 million kind of bids, because the one for Pepe definitely never worked. So that's the latest on Pedro Neto. Let's hope we can hear more of this later today or tomorrow, preferably preferably today. Right now, let's hope we can hear something. But we could end up getting him. And on Sky Sports right now, actually, I just had Carver saying on Sky Sports that Neto is really, really serious about joining Arsenal. Arsenal really serious about getting him in. And even if they don't get him in this time, it's going to be January. So David Austin said it today early on today as well. And if you believe in such things, I just saw someone saying to Fabrizio Romano, Pedro Neto has just followed Fabrizio Romano on Instagram a couple of days ago. So what does that mean? And Fabrizio Romano didn't say anything. He just put a smiling emoji. So maybe he knows something that we don't know, but Pedro Neto could be an Arsenal player very soon. Let me know what you think. Let's hope we get any of these signings done very soon. Catch up with you guys on the next one.